Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another reaction. So today we're going to be covering a band that I have not listened to anywhere near much as I should. So I am a big fan of symphonic metal. I've been a big fan of symphonic metal for a long time. I think the first band I probably heard would have been maybe Lacuna Coil or Damnation back in 2005, 2006, possibly closer to 2007, 2008, I'm not sure. But ever since then I basically got right into symphonic metal. Something about the contrast between the light fluffy vocals versus the heavy guitars just really grabs me. Big fan. And as such, I like a lot of bands from that genre. However, one that I've really never checked out enough is the band Amaranthe, who we're going to be covering today. And they released a new song just a day ago, I believe, Damnation Flame. And so we're going to be looking at that today. I think technically it won't be my first listen to Amaranthe, but I don't even remember what song it was I listened to. Whenever I hear Amaranthe, what I think of is the Nightwish song Amaranthe, because I've listened to that song a lot. I enjoy that song. And so that's just kind of what comes to my head when I hear the name. And as a result, I think that's probably a lot of the reason why I haven't listened to this band as much, is because when I hear the word Amaranthe, I'm like, oh, I could go and listen to this new artist, or I could listen to the same song like 50 times, and usually that's the one I'll choose. But today we're going to change that. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. Oh, we're just straight into the song. That's a very nice logo. Very dramatic. I appreciate the dramatics. Alright, we're going to pause there for a second. What a start. The song just basically went from the second it began. Very dramatic sound, very dramatic visuals, which is fun. I enjoy that. They look like they're having a good time with it. The vocals are so... I don't know, I wasn't expecting that, but in like a really good way. Her vocals are a bit of a lower register than, a lot of the singers that I listen to. People like, you've got Christina Scabby of Lacuna Coil, Charlotte Vessels, one of my favourite singers, currently solo, formerly of Damnation. You've got, obviously, Simone Simons from Epica, Floor Jansen from Nightwish. We're just naming people at this point. All these singers tend to have quite high registers. And she probably has, the capacity to hit high notes as well, and we might see that throughout this song. But her bass seems to be quite low and powerful, and I really like that. It gives a nice sound to it. I'm not 100% sure. I'll look this up after and put this in editing, but I'm not 100% sure if there's 2 or 3 vocalists, because you've got the main woman who's singing, you've got the guy in the coffin who was doing some harsh vocals, and then you've got this guy here who's got the more kind of power metal sound. You're thinking Camelot, Silent Earth, that sort of thing. Amazing start. There's so much energy in this song. You just get going. And yeah, as I said, they've all got so much power in their voice. There's so many things going on. There's like I don't know if it's a piano or if it's actually a harpsichord going on in the background. I'll need to listen to that again maybe. You've got the orchestrals are taking quite a front stage, but you've still got the guitars in there as well doing stuff. The drums are obviously in there as well. Just a lot of different things going on. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna go back to where... I think I might just go back to the beginning, the vocals coming in. Yeah, let's go from here, and we'll listen to that again.
Voices of the matriarch, a hierarchy outside of the status quo.
They definitely look like two different people. Yes, we'll find out. Oh yeah, okay, it's three people. I thought so. Ooh, that high. There's just so much energy in this song. It's just all go constantly. It's so good. That sounds a bit like a harpsichord maybe in the background. One thing to mention as well is that, as you can see from the scene that's on at the moment, the music video is so fun. Like, they're just... I've said this about a lot, but I feel like not a lot of the music videos I've shown, but a lot of music videos for metal in general can be a bit... I don't want to say not fun, but it does kind of feel not fun sometimes. It's just... It's serious, it's a nice video, but they're just kind of the band doing their thing. But a lot of, especially a lot of symphonic metal bands, I find just have a lot of theatre and dramatics to their music videos. Camelot are very good for doing that, especially their music videos are always a good laugh. I think Epica's music videos are always kind of crazy as well. They like to try and tell a story through the video as well as through the song, and I do appreciate that a lot. It's always interesting to see that. But the energy in this song is just crazy. Like, if I feel bad for stopping because I feel like you just want to go and just, you know, keep pounding with the song. So let's just keep going then. I love when it cuts to that kind of cartoony hand-drawn style. Those highs are so nice. I love those. Oh. Okay, now we're getting very, very old school. Nice waltz. Definitely a waltz. Again, so much theatre within the sound and the video and everything, it's so good. Right, I'm aware we're getting towards the end of the song here because this sounds like kind of the end of the chorus, and you can see from where I paused. I do want to go back to before that bridge section because I really liked what they did here, where everything kind of came out and you had, again, what sounds like, it's probably not a real harpsichord. If it is, it's probably just a harpsichord set on an electric piano or a keyboard or something like that, but it does sound like it's that harpsichord, you know, string plucking sound rather than a piano. But I really liked kind of bringing that out, and it made you feel like you were at an actual, you know, vampire waltz, which seems to be what they're going for with the video. Just a vampire waltz, and everyone just looks the part. It's so good, and I really like the sound of this band. I feel kind of annoyed at myself that I've basically put off listening to them for so long. Obviously this is a new song, I wouldn't have heard this before now, but I imagine a lot of their other stuff sounds like this, and it is quite annoying that I've basically put off listening to them for this long when I like so many other bands that sound like this, the kind of gothic gothic symphonic metal sound, and I keep referencing Camelot, but I think Camelot are a great example of this, of a band that I also haven't listened to enough. But to be fair, Camelot have just a ridiculous discography. They have a lot of songs to their name, and so I've listened to a lot of them, but nowhere near close to the full discography. Yeah, we're gonna go back. We're back at the just kind of the intro to this bridge section before the final chorus, and we'll probably just finish the video out from there. But I'm loving this so far. Yeah, it's definitely a harpsichord sound. You can hear it. If you know what a harpsichord sounds like, it's very iconic, should we say. I love the way this kind of works, this bridge bit. It's also funny because that singer looks like a guy I used to go to school with. His voice is so good, I love his voice. I think one of the things to point out about the bit where they all sing together as well is that you can make everyone out. It's not like anyone's getting overshadowed. Their tones mesh in such a way that every voice adds to the sound. Because you've got the lead woman's voice, which adds to the kind of higher parts of it. You've got the power metal voice from the guy, I think it was on the right. His kind of power metal tones are clearly cutting through. They're very kind of laser focused almost. And then you've got the harsher vocals from the guy who I believe was on the left, who looks like the guy I went to school with. He is adding to the lower, and it's giving this massive full sound because you're covering the full spectrum of pitches. It's so good. Such a cool art style, this. It reminds me a little bit of that art style reminds me a little bit of AI generated stuff. I wonder, because I recently watched the first episode of Secret Invasion, and apparently their intro was AI generated art, and it gave that same feel where it's basically a slideshow through various slightly different art styles of similar scenes, and that feels like a very AI art thing to do. I'll look up if that's what they did, because I'm curious. I know quite a few bands are doing that. I'm not going to give my opinions on AI art. We're not going to talk about that. This video is a reaction to a song. I don't want to go on for another half an hour. But maybe I'll make a video talking about AI art if that's a thing that people are interested in. But anyway, we'll go to our final thoughts on this song. So, final thoughts on probably my first or close to first reaction of Amaranth. I love this band already. I am so, as I said, annoyed at myself for not having given them the chance when I should have years ago. I don't know when they started. I feel like they're new compared to people like, Delay and Epica, that sort of thing. But yeah, I am annoyed at myself that I didn't give them a chance earlier. This song is amazing, and if this song is representative of their discography, I'm gonna like a lot of their music. The whole gothic symphonic metal. Did I specify gothic symphonic metal? Because I think I have a lot of opinions on symphonic metal as a label. I think it basically means power metal but with a female vocalist, which is a bit, I feel is a bit weird to have a genre that is, this band has a female lead singer. I think it is a useful descriptor for bands like this and Camelot and, male fronted bands that sound a bit more symphonic. but I would say this is gothic because it has a bit more of that kind of theatre to it, whereas you can get symphonic metal, which is kind of, you know, operatic vocals, guitars and that in the background doing its thing. You get ones of a bit more theatre, kind of like Nightwish, like Amaranth, maybe even Epica to an extent, because they obviously do a lot of that storytelling through songs. And yeah, this is just a wonderful introduction. There's, you know, I am hooked. I'm gonna go and listen to more Amaranth, without a doubt. The music video was so fun. Took me a while to figure out that it was 3 singers and not 2. I'm glad they had those wide shots with the 3 of them, because if they just kept cycling between them from different shots or in the coffin, I might not have ever figured it out if there was 2 different male singers. So I'm glad that they showed them all together. I wonder if one of them's a guest or if they really have 3 vocalists, because if they have permanently 3 vocalists, that's really cool. That would be interesting to see how that works in other songs as well. I think their tones were very complementary. It worked well. The guitars were nothing to write home about, but they led the flow of the song. They kept the pace up. They kept the energy up. They made you just feel into it. I just wanted to keep going, even though I felt like I needed to pause and talk about certain things that I wanted to think about. No, absolutely fantastic introduction. I'm going to listen to more Amaranth, whether on video or off video. Probably both. Probably a bit of both. But no, fantastic song. Very excited to, I guess, finally get introduced to this band and see where things go with them. I mean, thank you for watching this video. I think I went on a little bit of a tangent there. I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things. As I said, if people want to see a video of me talking about AI stuff, I would be interested to do that. I am slightly interested in AI. Coming from a developer background, I have more of an interest in, I guess, programming side of AI rather than the art side. But I do know a little bit about AI art as well, and the discussions around it. So I'm always happy to talk about it and get thoughts on it. If you want to see more Amaranth, the video is linked in the description for this one. Go check out their channel. I believe this is on Nuclear Blast, but go check out more of their songs. And if you enjoyed this video, stick around. We have a Discord server where I basically post announcements, and then hopefully once we grow a bit of a community, we can all chat about music, gaming, all the sorts of things you might be into. So that link is in the description as well. And please, you know, like and subscribe if you want to stick around. I appreciate that. Anything helps the channel, really. I'm only looking to do this as a hobby. I always want more people to talk to about music, basically. I think it's just good fun. It's good to have these discussions. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.